Antifreeze leaks can be messy, but they can also do damage to your vehicle because the engine's going to overheat over time. You need to get them fixed up. Let's start with some leaks that are associated with your engine. One leak that might start on the top of the engine on V6 and V8 type engines has to do with an intake manifold. And on all vehicles, they've got what's called a head gasket, and this goes between the engine block itself and the head on the top of the engine. Now, as you can imagine, it's going to cost a lot of money to replace this gasket, which is right in this area here, because you have to disassemble the engine to get to that gasket. A leak like this is going to cost well over $1,000 to get repaired. Another common source of a leak is the radiator. Leaks can form on several different places on the radiator, from cracks in the tanks to tubes that leak due to damage or corrosion. Average cost to replace a radiator is $400 to $600. Radiator caps can fail and leak, but this is definitely a do-it-yourself repair. You can go to the parts store and pick one up for about 10 bucks, pop it on, and you're good to go. Rubber hoses can be the source of leaks because they're subject to high temperatures and movement every time the engine's running. Be aware that a small leak today could lead to a hose bursting and a breakdown tomorrow. This type of repair is usually in the $50 to $200 range, depending on the number of hoses that need to be replaced. Heater cores are inside of your dash, and antifreeze comes through here to warm up the interior on your vehicle. Now, when these start to leak, you might actually get antifreeze on the floor of your vehicle, or the inside of the windows will actually fog up with antifreeze and you never get them to defrost. Now, replacing a heater core can be a big deal because sometimes you have to take the dash completely out, but other times they're pretty easily accessible from the other side and they pop out pretty easily. Cost to replace something like this can range from $200 to maybe $1,000 if the dash has to come out. Water pumps can be the source of a leak when they're worn out and need to be replaced. Many times the water pump is behind the timing belt on newer vehicles, so it costs more to replace because of the additional labor. Average cost to replace a water pump can range from $200 if it's easily accessible on the engine to over $600 if it's behind the timing belt. Finding small antifreeze leaks can be tricky at times, but there's things out there like this product that you can put in with the antifreeze, then drive the car for a few days, and it's an actual dye that will show up a couple days later by just shining a UV light on the area, and you can see where the leak was. These glasses make it even more apparent where the leak is. Plus, they make me look pretty cool. Maybe not. For Channel 6 News, I'm Jim Champion, the Auto Guy.